Flowers are an easy way to liven up our landscaping, like here at the Allen Centennial Gardens on the UW campus. Shopping for new kinds of plants is a spring tradition for some families. But some flowers are actually an invasive species in disguise, and if you plant them in your garden, they can not only become a nuisance, but they can become a real threat to our waterways and our landscapes. That's the case with this invasive plant called the purple loosestrife. Pretty flowers, right? But they're not so pretty when they poach all our native plants out of a wetland. In the 1800s, settlers brought purple loosestrife to North America from Europe. It was originally used as an ornamental plant for gardens, ponds, and wetlands, but it quickly spread to wet, wild areas, forming thick, dense blankets that blocked food and nesting sites for native wildlife. Purple loosestrife has invaded all of Wisconsin's 72 counties. Luckily, the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources has found a way to both control the spread of purple loosestrife and reduce it where it is already growing. And we can help. Today we're in Maison in a field overrun by purple loosestrife, and Brock Woods from the DNR is here to explain what kids like you and me can do about it. Hey, Brock.
Hi, Case.
So I heard that controlling purple loosestrife has something to do with bugs?
You bet. These are Gallericella beetles, cello beetles for short. These little buggers chew up so many purple loosestrife leaves that the plant can't make much food, so it gets shorter and shorter every year. When that happens, the native plants eventually become taller than the loosestrife, giving it little sun and making it produce even less food. Eventually, sometimes, the native plants can push the loosestrife out of a wetland. Now, the larvae of these beetles also chew up the new flowers. When the plant can't make flowers, it can't make seed. No seed means the plant cannot disperse to other nearby wetlands.
Okay, so the beetles stop the purple loosestrife from growing normally and making seeds, which keeps the plant from spreading. But how can kids like me help?
Oh, Case. Kids like you are our brightest hope for the future for controlling invasive species. If you can recognize purple loosestrife and other wetland plants and report wherever you see them to the DNR will always know where work is needed to control those plants. Now, for purple loosestrife, we also have a special and very simple way for you to raise thousands of cello beetles in your yard, at school or at home. Once you've raised them, you can let them go in a nearby infested wetland.
That sounds easy enough, and these Middleton High School students seem to have already started as part of their biology class.
That's right, Case. These students are potting up and caging loosestrife plants to raise beetles right in their schoolyard.
So, how many beetles could I raise at one time?
Well, that's one of the really cool things about this project, Case. You put 10 beetles on each potted loosestrife plant, and within 6 to 8 weeks, they turn themselves into 1,000. So if you start with 10 plants and only 100 beetles, before you're done, you can release over 10,000 new adult beetles.
That's awesome. Can we go release some of the beetles now?
Sure, let's go.
Look at all this loosestrife. How are we going to get the beetles onto the plant?
Nothing could be simpler, Case. Once you see new adult beetles in your cages, simply bring a pot out, plunk it down in the wetland next to a healthy purple loosestrife plant, undo the tape holding the cage on the pot, and why don't you be the one to take that off? Very good. Beetles are strong flyers. They'll move into this loosestrife and to all the other plants around.
This is fun, but I've been thinking, us kids are always told not to release animals and such into the wild, so why is it okay to release these beetles into the wild, but not any other animals?
That's an excellent question. These beetles are definitely the exception to the rule. They've been carefully tested to make sure that the only plant that they'll eat is purple loosestrife. Occasionally they'll taste test other plants, but they need loosestrife to survive and reproduce, so they can only live where purple loosestrife grows. 10 years of monitoring by the DNR has also shown that not only are they safe, but they're great at reducing the amount of loosestrife and making room for all of our native wetland plants.
That explains it. I can't wait to start raising my own beetles. I wonder if my mom's gonna like my new pets. If you'd like to help raise purple loosestrife eating beetles or learn about other ways to stop the invasion, head to intotheoutdoors.org. While you're there, click on Eat for more invasive species info.